All right, all right, all right. Welcome in this morning. I hope we have good sound as well. I think we do. Yes, we do. Oh, good. Some technical difficulties here this morning with our lovely Streamlabs app, but we got it going. Good morning, Mrs. Loopy. Welcome in. The title fooled me, so I thought no show until Monday. My apologies. Yeah, what's going on is that we have some interesting news with the Clarity Act, of course, because of the snow and everything. You know, this news came out the other day, but still, this is what's going on. We're waiting until Monday. The House has called a meeting, okay, with Bitcoin, which is silly because there is no Bitcoin. It's basically Brian Armstrong from Coinbase, which is Bitcoin, because Bitcoin isn't anything, doesn't really do anything. I don't want to be negative. Let's be positive. Welcome to the channel, guys. Please tap that like and subscribe. Share us with everybody. Welcome, Mrs. Lupe, and everybody into the channel. First, Bitcoin has no leader, no CEO, no foundation, no authority. I know people say that's a good thing. I get it. It's anonymous peer-to-peer network. That's a good thing. Okay. So Bitcoin cannot attend any meeting at all, right? Okay, period. That's it. So what happens is when the media says, hey, Bitcoin is going to meet with, okay, what they mean is Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, not the network or exchanges or custodians or ETF issuers or mining firms or lobby groups or anything like that. Nobody can go to. None of these speak for Bitcoin itself. It's very interesting. Bitcoin is just this thing. Okay. Guys, second thing to consider here. By the way, welcome into the channel. Josh, welcome in this morning. Welcome in. Guys, President, what do you think he's going to do coming up here? You tell me, policy-wise. The meeting is convened, of course, is set for Monday coming up here. The White House set the meeting. The Digital Asset Committee or whatever it's called at the White House set the meeting. I'm sure per Trump. President Trump. And we know that the bill is passed, of course, and moved to the Senate. We know Senate Ag. We know we're waiting for that. Okay. This could be Monday that they could be working it all out because I'm going to show you something very interesting that I saw. First of all, let me just finish what I'm saying here. First of all, they've been doing this quietly behind the scenes, and we all know they have. We've been watching further traction on this. And we know they're not going to wait too long to pass the Clarity Act here. So I'm going to get over and show you real quick if my screen share will actually do this for me and show us CoinMarketCap. Let's take a quick peek here. Let's see. Good morning. Good morning. Rero, good morning. Welcome into the channel. Guys, would you please take a look at CoinMarketCap if it's actually sharing the screen? Let's see if it is. It is. Okay, good. Now, why don't you take a peek over at Bitcoin and see. Tell me if you see anything different on CoinMarketCap. I'm not going to tell anybody. Just shout it out whenever you know it in the comments. What's different on CoinMarketCap here? What's different? You've opened it up a million times looking at this stuff. What's different? You tell me. Take a look at XRP. Take a look at its chart. Now, you tell me. Not seeing it on XRP. Interesting. I see it on my other view. And I'm not seeing it there. Let's pull out to a 1 month. Interesting. Anybody see anything here that's different from what we've seen versus what we've seen before? Let's take a peek. Let's pull out on this chart here. See anything different on the chart? All right. I do. I see a whole bunch of these things. I can't not say the answer now. All right. Let's see what some of these things are saying here. What are you doing here with these CoinMarketCap? What's this? What's this business? What is this? What are you doing? Well, we're going to click on it. And it says Binance to convert SAFU fund reserves to Bitcoin. Oh, really? Interesting. Well, that's new. As of this morning, Binance announced that it will adjust the asset structure of its SAFU fund, gradually converting the original 1 billion stablecoin reserves into Bitcoin reserves, with the conversion to be completed within 30 days. Wait, what? Wait, huh? If I knew how to speak Chinese, I would read that, but I don't. So, Here's the deal. Let's get back to it. Let's see. What are you telling me here? What are these? What are you saying with this? Ripple partners with FINCI for ODL between Europe and Mexico. So partnerships, announcing partner or main moves. SEC files lawsuit against Ripple for alleged unregistered securities, blah, blah, blah. So these are milestones. And then these, are news. Ripple raises $200 million in series funding, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So helping regular people, we're all regular people, helping those who are not very, very, very well or researched or adept at researching, giving them another tool to dig just a little more deeply. There they are. And then we have this as well, listings. Up a bit announced that it will list 12 digital assets on the USDT market. All these are new on CoinMarketCap. They never had these before. This is new. Franklin Templeton files for SEC approval of tokenized fund on Stellar. So all of the news, so on and so forth, is here for you. Isn't that very interesting? Nice addition, CoinMarketCap. Good job. Let's get over to more of today's episode, if you don't mind, if you please. Let's remind everybody that CoinMarketCap is your one-stop shop for cryptocurrency brokerage needs. I won't get into all of it now, but there's a telephone number down at the bottom, and you can call them for all of your cryptocurrency needs, find out all of your details. My wife and I have been using them for years. They're fantastic. Guys, we have 340-something thousand XRP trading in the past minute across said wallets, across said areas of the country. We will revisit that in just a little bit. Enunciate properly, please. Thank you. XRP Insights, thank you. And also XRP Tracker. XRP Tracker. Let's take a look first at XRP Tracker, if you please, folks, if you please. This morning, our daily inflows for XRP spot ETFs as Thursday, January 29th, which of course was yesterday, 74.34 million total XRP capital inflows. Bit was not showing me the outflows, but I won a lot at the casino today. How much did you lose? I don't know. You know what I mean? That was a joke. Algorithm. Don't you dare mess with me. Bitwise, 24.34 million and 1.13 million shares locked up. Grayscale, we can see here 23.13 million, 622,000 shares locked up. Franklin Templeton XRPZ, 12.68 mil in a day, 608,000 XRP shares locked up, 21 shares, or Toxer. Boy, sounds like he should have a nuclear little logo on there. 7.42 million of 396 XRP shares locked up. Canary Capital, 5.1 million XRP dollars flowing into XRPC, and 251,000 shares locked up. Then you got your Rex Osprey, $1.63 million coming into the fund, XRP spot ETF fund, and 103,000 XRP shares locked up. We have a total of 1.53 bill, similar to yesterday's number, because we had some outflows. So we've got inflows, but we've got outflows. So let's see more inflows than outflows, so we can see this 1.5 billion dollar AUM, which is very confusing. It's 1,538 million is how they're listing it, which is weird. 1.5 bill, just move this decimal point over. Yeah, that's interesting. As wait, is that right? Somebody correct me. Is that 15 bill move the decimal point over 2 spaces, or is that 1.5 bill? I believe it's 1.5 bill. Somebody correct me. Is this guy crazy or what? I think he is. Wait, we already got the tracker up. What we need is XRP rich list. Let's take a peek. Guys, figure out where you are in the XRP rich list and where you want to be. Here are the wallets if you want to be a wannabe. Here's 98,712 XR. Some folks are in this range-ish here or so to kind of like 100,000 XRP. I don't know. Some folks I've talked to have kind of like 50,000 or so. I've talked to some folks a lot more. I've talked to some folks who are in the range, they got maybe 10,000 XRP. All good numbers to have. Never any judgment here on the channel. Who knows how many XRP folks have? Don't say it. You don't need to say it. It's not for bragging rights or anything like that. It's for personal sovereignty and to know that the one holding that much XRP is holding what we all watched in crypto and thought it was all about Bitcoin and Ethereum, because it was for the longest time, and a bunch of these others, including some memes and so on and so forth, and it still will be until 99% of them go by the wayside. Everybody will see that the cream will rise to the top, and it will end up being XRP in the end. Bitcoin's a piece of garbage. Thank you. I love you all, and please don't get upset with me because I have Bitcoin too, and I have Ethereum as well. But anyway, I think we're all going to see that the cream's going to rise to the top, and it's going to end up being... just so you know, Studio has to slither around on the ground and grab things like tissues and so forth so as not to be seen on air, and it's pretty hilarious. If you know the truth about Studio. Anyway, some folks are... Here, let's get over here. You got to figure that half the wallets, guys, about 50% of the wallets are not even active really in the ecosystem because they're holding 10 XRP or less. I don't know if folks are aware of this. That's a thing. So look at these wallets. Some folks holding, we go down in the numbers. All right. Where are you on the XRP rich list? That's up to you. I don't know where you want to be with crypto. That's the one that will be one of the last ones standing, as will Algorand, which is at 11 cents right now. Let's see what kind of news we're laying on Algorand as of late. Oh, news and listing. Moodang, Algo, Sand. Oh, listed on Coinbase. I guess it's, I'm happy I ganked a whole bunch of Moondang way back, and I had told you about that. Anyway, in the portfolio, President Trump's administration reportedly, guys, we're always happy. This is just going to get people a little more excited about their holds, or less excited. Depends on what's going on. And then it'll send you, of course, to different articles and so on and so forth. No capital tax on U.S. crypto. Bitcoin reserve asset, nation and state adoption. The biggest Trump rumors. Industry insiders speculate on a shift to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve, fostering U.S. state-level crypto initiatives, and potential federal backing. Very interesting. President Trump's administration reportedly plans to eliminate capital gains taxes on cryptocurrencies issued by U.S. registered companies. Everybody starts smiling, and more and more and more and more and more. That's right, including Cardano, ADA, Ripple, Hedera, Hashgraph. There's going to be a few others in there. There are going to be a number of others in there. And none are jumping to mind right now. Why can't I think of any more? XDC's out of Singapore. There are going to be some more in there. VeChain's China. Who are some more large players that are U.S. crypto players could fall under this designation? Along with Cardano, Algorand, Ripple, XRP, Hedera, Hashgraph, HBAR. Please tell me what you think. Please let me get back to the morning live because we've got some newcomers on here as well. Good morning, Dino. Welcome into the channel. Welcome to the channel. Crypto Unstoppable, no doubt about it. Rangers, what up, yo? Lodge, welcome into the channel this morning. Crypto Midwest, welcome in. Guys, hats off to you, everybody, because you're not going to have to eat your hat. I will. I'm the one who said XRP was going to go to $500 by... no, that was Jay Claver. No, well, that was me. I think, wait, no, Jay Claver said it would go to $100 by the end of 2025, and the tanker said it would go to $500 by Q2 2026. I may still be okay. Because if the Clarity Act gets passed here coming up short, you don't know what's happening with the freaking Clarity Act. Welcome to the comments, guys. March to welcome in. Guys, what the heck's happening? I laid it out for us yesterday. Who knows if I'm correct or not? This is my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, no buyer, so here's the deal. What's going on with crypto right now? The mouth can't keep up with the brain because I'm seeing what the heck's happening. Why do you think market cap's changing all their stuff and This is all happening right now in case anybody ain't paying attention. Why do you think crypto going down so much? Who the hell cares it's going down so much? That's a good thing. I care. That's a good thing. Watch. Look at Bitcoin. It's a piece of garbage. Look at it. Wait, hang on. Look at this piece of garbage. Look at this piece of garbage tank. Well, it is a piece of crapola, but that's not largely why it's tanking. It's tanking down to 82,851 for this piece of garbage because it doesn't really do anything in the world except act as the first huge, clunky, field phone. Yes, we're over here, our troops. Yes, can't you hear me? Hang on. Let me hold on. Oh, cripes with this thing. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, I got the antenna up. Yeah, okay, yep. Yeah, no, where our troops are here, we're heavily fortified. We're doing nicely. How you doing over there? You got enough provisions? Good. Okay, good. Oh, boy. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Let's get back to this. Okay, here, let's try that example again. How you doing over there? We're doing good. I got the antenna up now. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, we're over here. That's freaking Bitcoin. What a joke. I'm not going back to the share screen because apparently it doesn't work. What is going on with the world that they can't understand that we now have a smartphone? And now we just say, hey, what's going on? Now, hey, look at hands-free. Hold on. I got the earbud on. Now it's integrated actually into my skin. Like, come on. The world advances, guys. Bitcoin showed us the way. It's a piece of crap. And anybody who doesn't think so is not paying attention to how all of the, here's my opinion, large money folks of the world who have purchased such great deal of Bitcoin, so much so actually that Bitcoin dominates the crypto market and whips it around and most folk like a wet dish rag because they don't understand the truth that cryptocurrency is not about Bitcoin and Ethereum. By the way, Bitcoin's Ethereum's a piece of crap too for what it really is trying to do. Okay, it's a nice, smooth running animal sometimes, almost never actually. It's expected to handle all of this development in the blockchain space, and how can it do it? It can't. It's not going to do it. You know that it can't do it. I don't care about proof of stake or not. You ain't going to fix this moving train. It only holds like 10, 15% of the world's activity right now. What's going to happen when everything's a smart contract? You're all that ain't going to work. With all those fees and it getting gunked up when the other 75%, that's what's happening with the S-curve here, and we're all seeing start to happen now, is that the other 75% of the planet is getting on utility-wise and is really going to is using blockchain technologies and smart contracts and blah, 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 blah. You think all this crap's going to run on Ethereum? It's going to crash the crap out of this thing. By the way, it's expensive as heck anyway. So wake up and smell the coffee and open your eyes. It's not about Ethereum, and it's not about Bitcoin. These were the first movers that started this whole thing. It's not about... They're still going to go up in price. I still own them. Bitcoin's still going to probably 5 million or whatever the heck, and Ethereum is probably going to go to like 10,000. What in the world? This guy's double talk, two sides of his mouth. I thought he just said it was garbage. They are garbage, both of them. But they're going to do that and continue to be the Yahoos and the Netscapes, right, of the world. I don't need to say right like I need your validation. You all know it's true, and if Bitcoin remains as something in the world moving forward, I've said it before, it will only be because it is tethered to something real and tangible that is a powerhouse in the world like NVIDIA or something, and say, oh, yeah, we're inexorably linked now to NVIDIA. We don't go away as Bitcoin now, see, even though we're not a payment system, We are tulips. We are a store of speculation. But if they tie to something real in the world, our caffeine welcome in. If they tie to something real in the world, then there you go. Crypto Midwest says Jake said officially 750, originally 750. Okay, gotcha. Who knows where this stuff goes, guys? All I know is, please don't be fooled by pretty lights and red herrings. Is that right? Red herrings, don't they distract? Please. Don't be fooled by the nonsense out there. in crypto. I'm not a financial advisor, never buy or sell anything, because what I say or do, crypto is very risky. It's for information on trading purposes only, sometimes entertainment. All right. Now, crypto's going to the freaking moon. After I said that, I'm going to say that I've warned you, and I'm not a financial advisor. Now, here's the deal. I guess that's not going to play well because I messed my little thing up. Boy, did I really confuse I better stop trying to play around with this. Anyway, Crypto Waco. I'm an old guy on YouTube trying to work all this stuff. Guys, Crypto Waco would nowhere up to the moon. Rebro says, there is currently no market where profits from other assets, such as stocks or metals, can be transferred except crypto. You may be absolutely 100% correct on that. And let me, Rero, let me go ahead and, nice point here. Let me go ahead and pull this up because I think it's rather important to know where our metals are. Now, Silva, where are you today? Look at them, messing with silver. Come on, you don't do that. Look at hold on. Oh boy. Let's get the one day. All right, one day on silver, which of course, as you know, is AU, not AG. I'm sorry. AG. No, wait. AU. No, hold on. AG. Is it AG? Yeah, it's AG. Yeah, because silver is AG. I'll never unlearn this mental block, ever. Dumbest smart person you ever met knows all this stuff and cannot remember that silver is AU. Just kidding. I like to have fun. Come on, have some fun and cut it out. Everybody's getting cranky. You guys know silver. You guys know what they are. Oh, boy. All right, let's have some fun. Now, gold, 5,077. Look at it. Doing a nice little tank show here. What in the world's happening with metals metals? Oh, God. You can only manipulate all this stuff so long, guys. This stuff's all ready to go to the moon. Let's get back to XRP. Okay. Asteroid says we now have 150,000 moving, but that's fine. Anyway, let's get over to some comments. Oh, thank you. We have a cheat sheet from... We have a little cheat note from Studio, and I can't read the note that they put there because it just wouldn't be proper here on YouTube. Welcome, Mrs. Loopy. Welcome, Josh. Welcome. Let's see, who else is in here? Art Caffeine, of course. Welcome, my brother. Welcome, Monster. Welcome, Crypto Midwest. Who else is in here? Dino. What up, Lodge? What's going on? I'm enjoying these blue light sales, says Lodge. I'm sorry I missed your comment, buddy. I'm the worst for reading these comments, and please don't get discouraged if I do not cover your comment. I love you ever so much, and it is not because I was trying to avoid your comment. You got to know that. It's tough to see all these comments. So just chime in again and throw a comment in again. If it's lost on the track, just hit it again so I can see it fresh. A Ranger says, maybe one day I'll come in and Tanker will be talking about metals instead of crypto without anyone asking. I did. I went to metals with no one. Is that true? Did somebody mention metals? No, I don't think they did. Nice try, Midwest. I did it on my own this morning. Tommy, welcome in, brother. You're hilarious. Guys, I know. I should be more of a metals guy. You said PM to me, and I was like, premenstrual cycle. What are you talking about? No, precious metals. I should be a metals guy, and I'm not, because metals are the only thing in this world that are actually freaking real. Remember the whole story of the Anunnaki? They come to this planet 400,000 years ago, blah, 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 blah. The whole Garden of Eden thing. Remember that whole story with the oath and blah, blah, blah? Yeah, it was all about gold, because gold really does do that whole bunch of, you got monatomic gold, the white gold you ingest, and there's all kinds of stuff. We got a different channel for that. Anyway, let's get back to the program. Yeah, that's the Want to see something hilarious? Check this out. If you follow, I got to do this. I know it's about crypto. If you follow that whole story, you can see it on Y-Files and everything else. It's rampant all over the internet. The whole thing of the Anunnaki 400,000 years ago, the giants in the Bible, blah, 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 blah. The Garden of Eden, blah, 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 blah. You get created, we get created, blah, 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 blah. I got to do that because I'm not going through the whole story. We get created 400,000 years ago. Those creatures came to this planet literally to mine gold to save the atmosphere of their planet. So the story goes. And then we were created to help mine this gold. So isn't that interesting that actually you were created because of gold? You literally were created as a human because of gold. Of course, the creator of all created them and blah, 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 blah. So you're really created by the creator of all in his image because they were made in his image too. But that's not this channel. It's about crypto. Let's get back to crypto. Boom! Oh, boy, I can't drop the mic. It's hanging. Good morning. Welcome to Crypto Info, blockchain made easy with the crazy tanker. Let's get back to some more actual crypto. Because that's for another channel. How hilarious. You exist because of gold. That's why a human being exists. Hilarious. If we take a peek, by the way, at Cardano, which is at 32 cents right now, and I pull up a very quick little calculator exercise on this puppy. Cardano's, now look at who could say where Cardano's going, or Chainlink, because Chainlink's American-made too, isn't it? Now, who's to say where these American-made cryptos are, blockchains are going to go? Who knows? If now look at, here's my opinion. I think Charles Hoskinson is a frickin' genius. Anybody wants to argue with me, bless your soul. Is he a little emotional? Yeah, so that's a good thing. It means it's a full-fledged, awesome human being who is a creator like no other, and so these other, no, he's not paying me to say any of that. And Charles Hoskinson, if you watch his track record and look at him, the dude's a frickin' genius, and whether you bought Cardano or not, or think it's going to go up or not, or like Haskell language or not, he's a genius. It is what it is. And that chain is deeply rooted enough in the blockchains for what it does for voting and so on and so forth that I believe Cardano is going to be used. They're not going to stop. It's not going to stop. They're not stopping that community. I don't believe they are unless somebody believes that Chucky is going to be, someday not doing anything, just, I don't want to say anything negative because I don't think it's true. I think Chuck is actually going to be a powerhouse in the crypto space moving forward. He's not going away. The dude's a freaking genius. Can't stop Chucky. Sorry, you're not going to stop Charles Hoskinson. So that's my opinion on Cardano. So, and it is American made. And if Charles needs to, he knows it's true. If Charles needs to switch gears with Haskell and not just Haskell, needs to switch gears with anything, including the way he's being, he will, and he's done it. The dude's a genius. I'm telling you, Cardano is going to at least $32.48. I'm not a financial advisor. Why don't you go ahead and move the decimal point to the right 2 spots because it's at 32 cents. Cardano is going to $32.48. Not a financial advisor, but you heard it first in this channel. Here, Friday, January 30th, like it's a huge call or something. It's an easy call. Friday, January 30th, like I'm making this great call or something. Go back and play it in time. Friday, January 30th, 2026. Monster call by the tanker. Play this back 3 years from now. Yeah, what a joke. That's easy. Come on. Cardano's at 32 cents for Christmas sakes. The crap's going to at least $32. Get the heck out of here, y'all, and paying attention to crypto. Now, look at Stellar Lumens right now is at 19 cents. Anybody on this planet who does not see unless Danelle Dixon decides to, and I'm not even going to finish that, you know what I mean? Drop off the face of the earth. No, that's not gonna happen. Please, you can just move that decimal place over to the right 2 spots easily. Okay, you got a $19.33 Stellar because it's at 0.1933 cents right now. So just take most of these cryptos that are the powerhouses in the world and just move that decimal point over 2 spaces to the right. Now, can you do that on Bitcoin? Right? Because Bitcoin's at $82,022.40. So if I move that over 2 spots, that would give us a Bitcoin of 8.3 mil. So you ain't doing that on Bitcoin. All right. So I don't know how many X's everybody's expecting on Ethereum. Can you do it on Ethereum? Ethereum's $2,738.71. If I move that decimal point over 2 spots to the right, that would mean that Ethereum would be at a whopping price of $273,000 per Ethereum. You think that's happening? If you do, you better give me some of what you're... What do you say? Now, XRP is at $1.75, 1.75, $1.75. Now, if I move that decimal point over to the right 2 spots, I've got $175 XRP. You think I can do that? You think that can be a reality moving forward? That's an absolute yes. You better move it 3 spots over to the right. A $1,760-something XRP. Son, somebody give me my sweet tea now, because I'm about to flip out before everybody has seen the truth on this track. What's going on? I felt like I needed to inject a little excitement. Now look at Algorand. You can drop 2 decimal points over to the right because it is at 0.1122 cents. I am telling you that in some years, you can just move that over to easily 2 spots over, maybe 3 spots over, to $112 Algorand. I hope you're starting to see where the tanker believes gains will be on things like this. Look at Render. Look at Render. I believe it's an AI play, right? Render. You better know you have it. We hold it. It's at $1.69. Move that over 2 spots to the right. You got $169 Render. I think that's an easy call. I think you likely can move it 3 spots over. It's a $1,690-something Render coming up shortly. Flare's at 0.010 cents right now. Holy crap. I know I'm going to activate Flare folk here. Light you up, no pun intended, Flare. Oh my gosh, 3 decimal places to the right easily to give us a $10 Flare. I think that's an easy call. Quant's at $70.11. You might as well move that over 3 or 4 spots. Move it over 3 spots. Go ahead. Move it over 2 for right now to a $7,000 quant. That's what's coming. VeChain's at 0.009 cents. You better move that over 3 spots to give yourself a $9 VeChain. All right, so I hope everybody's paying attention to how the tanker zooms out and looks at crypto. If you think I'm crazy, God bless your soul. I do too. I think it's a good thing. Anyway, we are getting there shortly. Yes, ADA is, of course, a great project. Marchster says, Marchster and Rero do like the ADA. And Marchster says, living, not moving. Don't worry. This whole thing is going up. Chucky, despite him moving in Boulder. Oh, boy. Don't start a whole thing now. Don't start a whole thing. Tommy, good morning, brother. I think we saw you, but good morning. Welcome in. We'll say hello again. Still waiting for that esoteric channel. Bring it on, Tanka. We do. We need to bring on the esoteric episode. But this is about crypto. We're going to get back to it. Guys, I want to know what you guys... All right. Why don't you guys drop me in the comments, please, if you don't mind, to activate the channel a little more and to let me know where you think and where you are on the 8 ISOs. Give me the 2 shining ISOs. I don't care if they're American or not. It could also be XDC or whatever. Give me the 2. Isn't XLM another American ISO? Give me the ISOs that you think, whether they're American or not, give me the 2 that are the winners. Say you're going to have one other one besides XRP, I'm pretty sure. Why don't you give me 3? Give me 3. If they're the 3 X's, that's fine. Good morning, little puppy. My pit bulls love the energy on the channel, and they want to jump on too. They want to be a part of it. They all come running over to the energy. Get us out there. Tap like and subscribe and share this to everybody so that we can get some activity out there on the YouTube airwaves. Thank you. Oh, boy. Guys, tell me what you think. What are the 3? And it's fine if they are XLM, XRP, and XDC, but please, what are the 3? Drop them in there of the ISOs that you think will be the cream that has risen to the top come 3 years from now. That's the most poignant way, G being silent, to ask my question. Flare is ISO as well? Oh, crap. Midwest reminds that Flare is ISO. Oh, shoot. So these that can read ISO, that are ISO 20022 compliant according to International Standard of Operations, that they understand the language, the ISO rich data messaging language of ISO 20022. So now Flare's on board with talking 20022. That's what it means. That means Flare can talk 20022 language. Interesting. Excuse the throat clear. Loopy says, money. Marty says, so tired of talking with all the monkey bots. Talking with a friend yesterday. You're still talking about that crypto. The same thing you've been saying for years and years and years. Now, here's the deal. I understand folks saying that. Now, here's what's going to happen. Thank you, Midwest, XRP, H-Bar, and Flare. Rock on. Nice choices there, too. In my opinion, I said I wouldn't judge, but I like those choices. I agree. They're not, I agree. Nicely, they have no clue, and here's why they have no clue, of course. And it's because they know very little of the happenings of crypto. I will speak accurately and factually. Being cautious to not inject any misspeak or non-facts. I don't want to inject any assumptions either. I will say this. This is what I see. I'll get to your comments in a second. I see them. I see peripherally it starts blasting on my screen. So I got you. I'm getting into the comments. Hang on one sec now. Now, here's the deal. I got to say this or else I get sidetracked. Marnster, understood, and I know you understand too. This is why and how you, me, Midwest, Rero, blah, 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 blah. Everybody in here, everybody in the chat in here that ever would be on this channel would be folks, never financial advice, who understand some cold and hot wallets situations, understand how to navigate some exchanges and so on and so forth. Maybe a brokerage like Caleb Brown, who knows. And apparently Uphold is actually a crypto broker, not an exchange, from what I understand technically. But anyway, knows a little bit something about crypto and is going to make some money and perhaps messing around with memes. And I've been making a ton of money anyway on memes, NFTs, blah, blah, blah. I'm an old guy. I've been making some money. Okay. I'm not going to talk a lot about that. All right, not necessary. No, I know my stuff about crypto. Know that this stuff all is about to go to the moon, all this stuff. A lot of it will fall by the wayside after a week or two or three or a month or two or three of pumping, depending if we get an extended cycle of pumping like crazy. And then it's all going to, that stuff will all crash, of course. 90% of this stuff's going to go by the wayside. Only some will remain standing and be the cream that rises to the top. So back to my point, anybody paying attention to crypto and what in the world is going on with crypto understands, and I'll get to the comments in a second, understands the truth, which is that Marnster, first of all, relax. I know you're relaxed. I think I would have to say out loud right now, Tanker, why don't you relax? Because you're the one who's getting all crazy, which is true. Calm it down, buddy. They don't know crypto. They don't even understand what it is. Most of these folks who are saying this aren't even past the point of, wait, you're telling me you could buy this stuff and then you are owning Solana and you have it out of cold wallet, it's yours. And those keys say it's yours. And ultimately your 12 or 24 word seed phrase say that they're yours. And then when it goes up a lot in price, you're telling me you can then sell those units of Solana for United States dollars back in your bank account and your bank will allow that? What are you talking about? They can't even get there. You got to remember how far along you are on this crypto journey. That's where you were the first time you understood that. You're like, oh, this is a thing. Okay, cool. See what I mean? Me too, and everybody. You got to understand this is where these people are with crypto. Marnster, I think you understand that. They know nothing of the happenings of crypto. They don't get it. They don't understand this whole thing. They don't even understand what blockchain even is, the starter point. much less what the difference between a BFT, Byzantine Fault Tolerance Consensus Mechanism is, which is XRP, XLM, XDC, and HBAR, which is what BIS already told you. They don't even know what the BIS is. They don't even know what FSB is. The Financial Stability Board is, oh my gosh, they don't even know. They think PM, when you say PM, they think that means premenstrual cycle. They don't know that means precious metals. They think AU means silver. I mean gold. No, I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, come on. I'm being serious. All right, let me get back to the comments. Come on, I hope you're having fun. You can't bet. These people are never going to get wealthy on crypto the way Midwest is, or Priority is, and, you are, Marnster and Rero. You guys are all going to be wealthy from crypto coming up here. They don't see the truth. That's why I keep saying play these episodes back. 3 years from now, you're going to laugh your effing asses off. Everybody. When I say things like, hold on, I'll get the comments. Oh, don't worry, I'll be done screaming in the mic in 2 seconds. Hold on, just turn your volume down. When I say things like, is everybody freaking blind when everybody's going, when are they going to pass the Clarity Act? Who the heck knows? They're going to pass it any day. They're going to pass it whatever you think they're going to pass it. They're not going to pass it. Whenever you think whenever you think they're not going to pass it, they are going to pass it. You know what I mean? Whenever you think this is all over, see, Bitcoin's at 82,000, is about the time it turns around and it goes to the super cycle. Anybody paid attention to markets yet? Anybody live long enough? I'm old. That's why I'm 54. Try to explain this stuff. No offense to folks who are 20s and 30s. Oh my gosh. Hold on. What's that, studio? Oh, gosh, I keep messing that up. I'm actually 55. I try to get that wrong. But anyway, I will get to the comments. But, guys, it's so hard for me to not understand for me to help people to understand on this channel that all we're doing here is we're not financial advisors and it's not financial advice. I am a beacon of hope, a beacon of light, a beacon. This is how I am in the winter. Wait until spring and summer comes and our power source comes back. All those UVB rays start hitting that crucial angle, like they're still doing, of course, at the equator, but they're not doing it even in Florida. You're being fooled. By the way, wait till they start energizing my brain again and giving all information and light as a program to this planet again, those UVB rays. Wait till that happens in spring and summer. You're not going to be able to deal with the channel. In fact, I'm going to have to turn the volume down here so I don't break the thing. But that's what in the hell is going on. Please stop being silly. Anybody who's not paying attention, Marnster, these people have missed the boat. That tells you and me that they're saying that they don't see this thing. They don't get it. And why would they? Why would they see it? They don't follow the way we do every day and doing this stuff. Why would they? That means they're not getting rich from crypto. You are, and they're not. All you guys in the channel, let me get back to it. Mrs. Loopy, Josh, Rero, Lodge, Dino, Rangers, Marnster, Crypto Midwest, Tommy, Art Caffeine. Hold on. Boy, my eyes are horrible. Yeah, I think that's it. Did I hit everybody? Thriving. Curry. And I will get your comments, Curry, and everybody else here. Yeah. Hey, you guys, by the way, I named all of yous because you guys are pretty much regs on the channel. Well, a lot of yous are regs under a lot of yous. What are you, from the Bronx, guy? Most of you folks are regulars on the channel, and you understand and been listening day after day to this guy here and helping me to understand by enlightening and educating me in the comments section. Thank you. Much love and much thank you. And back at you, Marnster and Mrs. Loopy and everybody, for all the cool people that are in on this channel and people who pay attention. I know we got Midwest, who is some metals guys and stuff. What are you going to do? Nothing's perfect. But for the most part, here on this channel, kidding, Midwest. Kidding, Rangers. You metals freaks. I'm sorry, it wasn't Midwest, it's Rangers. Jose, welcome to the channel. Hey guys, I'm totally joking and I love you. I know we got some metals freaks on the channel, and rightfully so. I'm not afraid to say the studio silver at $20. That's it. That's what I'll say. $20 because we knew. It wasn't just crypto. We knew about metals and crypto, even though I didn't know what PM was. Anyway, and I got some gold back a ways back too, and I'm smiling. Okay, so there you go. What can I tell you? Oh, don't think that the channel doesn't have the Bitcoin and the Ethereum, because we do. We also have 48 other projects. Hold on. You want me to rip them off? Let me know. Tell me in the comments if you want me to rip them out, rip off the projects. I want to see what you guys have, though. Let me get back to these comments. XRP, H-Bar, and Flare says Midwest. Boy, I bet Rangers is just freaking out right now that this channel, we haven't been talking about silver this whole time. Sorry, buddy. We're going to get to it, brother, man. Don't worry. I love you, man. Marchster says they have no clue, and I think it's true. ZBCN is also, I missed the boat on it. I did. I missed the boat. Once I heard, well, I can't blame myself because when I heard about it, I researched and I said, wow, not missing the boat. I need to do this. But I couldn't do it because I had too much money allocated to my other things. Then I needed to keep buying and keep targets going. And I had to say, I'm sorry, ZBCN, which is what, Zebek? Is that Zebek or whatever? Isn't that the payments kind that helps with paychecks, people's paychecks and things like this? I'm pretty sure that's for payments. Quick little payments through payroll. Correct me if I'm wrong, but anyway, I missed it, and that's okay. Thriving says XRP, XLM, and ADA for the three for Thriving. Thank you. Not a financial advisor. I do believe you are about to be, depending on how much you have allocated to those three, not a financial advisor, are about to be very wealthy if you play your cash out properly. That's if you do even want to get into USD. A lot of folks don't. They want to keep their crypto and keep it in blockchain and not put it into a sinking ship, which is the USD. Or is it the sinking ship? Because blockchain technology is, of course, integrating or interlacing with legacy systems to save the US dollar. Hold on one sec. What's that, Studio? Anytime Studio says something out loud, it's usually something very important. Either I have a huge booger in my nose or something, and it's like, thank you, Studio, for telling me. Crypto Midwest says there will be about 10 that will be the schnizzle. And I think you're right. I think there will be about 10. There could be 20. There could be, okay. What we could see, and I think, are probably 20 and 4 tiers of 5, 5. Yeah, 20. That's my opinion. And of the top 5 will be like the NVIDIAs, the monster powerhouses of the world, Mag 70 kind of thing. There will be the Mag 7 of crypto. Anybody who doesn't think so, kind of not paying attention to this whole thing. Chainlink is one of them. Huh? Yeah, Chainlink is one of them. Even if it's 6 or 7 down the list, Chainlink is one of them. Quant's one of them. What? Yeah, XDC is one of the 7 master Mag 7s of the future crypto world. You tell me what you think the Mag 7 are in the comments section. I got XLM, XRP, XDC. Let me think hard and make sure that I'm correct. Mag 7 moving forward. Bitcoin will be for a while. ETH, I guess, will be for a while, but it won't, though. I'm talking about Mag 7 of utility, so I'm not going to include Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'll get back to that in a minute. Let me finish comments. Please let me get back to my last question before I ask another question. But that is my next question. What are the Mag 7 of crypto coming up? Like we saw Tesla, NVIDIA, blah, 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 blah. What are the Mag 7 moving forward? And good for you grabbing Zebek. And no sour grapes here. Good for you. Good job, Curry. Grabbing Zebek, in my opinion. ZBCN, in my opinion. I'm not sure if that's Zebek. I think it is. Marchster, amen. Morning, crypto bud. Good morning, Thriving. And XRP H-Bar versus V-Chain. Or no. I'm sorry. And V-Chain. Gotcha. XRP H-Bar, V-Chain. Mrs. Loopy, I will say to you, I have those 3 on the 7, and people don't think it's true. I didn't mean to rhyme that time. But my having V-Chain, nobody's balking at H-Bar and XRP that's paying attention to this whole thing. It's V-Chain that they do not believe. Don't think other parts of the planet are not chiming in with this whole blockchain thing. And V-Chain is where China comes in. So pay attention. I don't think people pay. I think you're right. On V-Chain, Sunny Lou, former CTO, Louis Vuitton, China. Go check out all their connections. BMW, Walmart, China, blah, 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 blah. Go check out all of their connections, VeChain, and what they're doing with a QR code, tracking everything from cradle to grave, including organs, vaccines, blah, blah, blah. In transit, they have a VeChain tracking code that ensures that that in transit they have not exceeded critical temperatures to deem them ineffective now, so to speak. They also thwart the probably $10 trillion at this point ripoff market, like handbags, watches, blah, 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 blah. That's VeChain. You hit the QR code on whatever your chicken is in the grocery store or whatever that handbag is. It verifies the authenticity and pulls up on your phone a tracking from cradle to grave, every single thing that has happened to that product. VeChain is a supply chain marvel, as is XDC. You are about to see, the world's about to see what's going on with XDC and also VeChain. Marnster, much love to the Loopy. We love you, Mrs. Loopy. Rero says near link quant. I love them. I don't know if they're the top 7. I know that quant is. I know that link is. I think they are. Near protocol is something powerful and special as well. And I'm not a financial advisor, but that sucker's going up a big time. Big time. I don't know if it's one of my Mag 7, but okay, those are your 3, though. Gotcha. That was from my last question. I'm so far back in the comments. God bless you, Rero. Thank you for giving. And I am not here to dog anything. Near, you could be correct on the near. That could blow almost everything else away that I've been talking about. I don't know. Jose says, these are my opinions, XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, Algo, the utility coins. That means Mr. Pazos is over the target and knows what the heck he's talking about. Thank you, Jose, for being over the target. And welcome to the channel, my brother. That was just for you, that little freak out. Please tap like, subscribe, and share with your friends and family and let them know that the taker is here to tell you that XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, Algo, IOTA, Quant, ADA, VeChain, Link, and some others are about to go to the frickin' moon. And anybody who's saying that, you've been talking about the crypto thing, like they were saying to Marnster in the comment section, you've been talking about the crypto for so long. I understand this is what people are going to do, and it's okay. They don't know about crypto. God bless these people. God bless everybody's soul here that either understands or doesn't understand crypto. By the way, how funny. Anyway, I can't do it because I'm going to get a copyright, but I'll tell you about it. The Peanut Butter Manifesto spread too thin, Yahoo, when Garlinghouse was over there as a high-level exec at, what was he, CEO or vice president of something? Vice president something over at Yahoo, and he wrote the Peanut Butter Manifesto saying, hey, Yahoo's spread too thin, blah, 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 blah. Way back when. Well, remember that whole thing? I just saw an awesome video, shout out to Not Financial Advice, a great video where he or she, I don't know if it's a he or she, can't tell, never shows the face, don't know, assuming it's a he, who knows. Could be surprised with some of these folk. Lays out the CNBC way back when they're sitting there saying, are we really talking about this new money thing, or whatever? And then flashing across the screen is Brad Garlinghouse, Peanut Butter Manifesto, blah, 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 with Yahoo. Way back when, playing it across the screen. Hilarious. You can't make this stuff up. Crypto Midwest says, PM equals peanut butter and mustard. I thought it was precious metals, but okay, all right. Thank you, Midwest. Guys, I love it. Please make fun of me as much as possible. That's part of the fun on the channel. My skin is thicker than a frickin' rhino. Have a blast. Enjoy it. It's fun. Or is it? Everybody's like, that's not true. Anytime I say something, you flip out on them. Anyway, the studio's laughing at me right now. Marnster says, the dumb money talking, you can't actually hold it, blah, blah, blah. I know. But they did. Look at, here's what it is. Dumb money is retail, which is these folk, which is not a mean thing to say, but what we call dumb money is retail who doesn't understand Forex markets, blah, 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 blah. I was dumb money when I started this thing. I now am almost smart money. Almost. Institutional money is smart money. They're the ones who consolidate during the time where they're telling everybody through the Demi-owned news channels, hey, this crypto's garbage, man. Oh, see, that's what happened. Oh, see, that's why it's going down. Oh, see, the FTX, blah, 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 blah. Well, they consolidate and buy the living crap out of it during that whole they load up during that whole consolidation consolidation phase. Back up at the chart and watch it. And that's what happens. So smart money is institutional money that accumulates during these consolidation phases, as we do here on the channel, as you do too, I'm sure, because you're smart crypto money. These people can't even get past that crypto is actually Monster, stop talking to these people. They don't get it, and they're about to watch you pull up with a driver in your Maybach and be like, now, wait a minute. This was actually a thing? Because for years and years, you can't blame me. You guys kept saying this was a thing, and it was just kept doing this thing, like sideways and down. And it was going to go up, and it never did. You can't blame me, can you, for never buying crypto and boom? And I would say, no. I actually can't blame you, especially if you never got deep the way we did into crypto and into the daily happenings of it day after day after day, and truly learned about how it really is quietly has been integrating or interlacing with existing legacy systems on this planet, and are about to take them from most of them, everything, and integrate eventually with AI systems and operate basically everything that they use unbeknownst to them on this planet, including vehicles, everything, payment mechanisms that they don't even know, and it's operating everything behind the scenes. I got to back up for this one for the crescendo, because I think I might move my hands too much and not knock something down. Holy crap, that's what they don't see, Marnster, but you do. And you have to be in these things like you had to be into, Yahoo for the time, whatever, Microsoft, Tesla, early on, Walmart early on. The power of early. Well, everybody, do you know I think there are only 7 holders from the beginning of Amazon, and it literally is Bezos and his family members. That's a fact. From the beginning, and literally never freaking sold. Not kidding. I think there's only 7, and they're actually the family members because they know. When you know, you know. That's what it is. So you got to go through. Bitcoin was at 5 cents. You know that, right? You do know Bitcoin is at 5 cents. Anybody who's saying that to you, Marnster, I would say to them, you know Bitcoin was at 5 cents, right? Wait, what do you mean? No. Well, one time, go back on the chart. You know Bitcoin was at 5 cents, right? No. I guess that's what it would be, yeah. Oh, so if I spent, wait, hang on, let me pull a calculator out. And then it all starts coming to reality, and they start seeing the truth with the calculator exercise. And they go, oh, wait, so you're telling me at 5 cents. So if I had put literally $100 divided by 5 cents, you're telling me I could have gotten 2,000 Bitcoin back then? Wait, hang on. Because it's at like 82,000 right now, and I know it's tanking like a rock, but I could have done that then. And you're telling me I could have had $164 million before taxes. Yes, $164 million on 100. Pull a freaking calculator out and wake the F up. Okay, that was a little rough, but know that I love you. But get a calculator out and wake the F up is my new motto. Get a calculator out and wake the F up. I'm putting it on a shirt. Get a calculator out and wake the F up. And the calculator could have like somebody processing with a thinking or whatever. I'll think of a cool logo. But get a calculator out and wake the F up. Because Bitcoin was at 5 cents. That means $100 spent got you 2,000 Bitcoin. Now it's at 82,000. That means $164 million for $100. So how about wake the F up to all the folks that are saying, what are you guys doing with crypto? Because they're about to get the shock of their freaking lives. This shit's about to... Some of this stuff, people can be like, I only had like 1,000 of those. I literally have $34 million right now. Well, I got to pay taxes and give a lot of it away, but are you serious? Yes. That's what's going on right now in the White House. They're sitting there going, guys, 75% of the people in the White House, God bless their souls, they're all a bunch of robots. That's how they got there. They're like this. I do what I am told. I am told to follow protocol. That's how I have got into the Capitol Hill and to the White House and to the Senate. That's how I am here. What do you mean? I follow the rules. That's who those people are. So 75% of them, when you hear about crypto, blah, 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 they got a cousin, they got a nephew, they got a whatever, who's either lost money, been playing ball with crypto, done very well. Very risky. You can always do well in things, but then lost their shirts, and they hear all these stories from all the people they deal with in their space. All they deal with are all the regular people like this that are like this. So 75 to 80% of the people in Washington I have been told that Bitcoin is a store of value. So they don't understand this. So now they're being told, whoa. It's not about Bitcoin. It's actually about these utility assets, and that's why we're doing this whole thing and signing this thing, and you're saying go ahead and sign this, and you're actually putting this thing into play right now and doing this? I thought it was internet funny money. Do you mean my cousin Tommy with his head on backwards was actually correct about this crap? Are you kidding me? I got to get my people on this stuff. Some of this stuff's at 11 cents. If I put in my, $100,000 on even one of these projects, I've got literally 140 mil. You need to slow this show down. I got to get my people on this stuff. All right. Now, am I saying that's what they're doing? I can say whatever I want. This is all my opinion. I think that's what's done in the world. I think that's what highest ups do. Why wouldn't they? I would too. There's no law against it. My cousin can be buying something if I'm in a place of power, and then later they decide to give it to me as a gift. There's nothing illegal about that at all. They can be dispersing it multiple gifts. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with me saying this either. That's legal in the world. It is what it is. You can get upset and get butthurt about it, but that's your problem. You know what I mean? Not you, not my people, but people who don't understand this stuff. So that's what's going on in the world of crypto and all this stuff. Midwest is going to come back at me and chime back. Oh, boy, I got to get back to these comments. Sorry, guys. Marcher says, all the excuses. I don't have time. I don't have the time to understand it. I'm too busy. But of course, these folks have time to do all these other things they're doing in their life and see themselves not get rich on regular money put into crypto way back when everybody's saying it was a joke and waiting all this time. It's going to go up. No, it's not. It's going to go up. No, it's not. And see, it was nothing, and going through all that time and then finally getting paid in the end. Only the patient get rewarded. The market transfers money from the inpatient to the patient, Warren Buffett. If you don't figure out how to make money while you're asleep, you will work for the rest of your life, Warren Buffett. Am I saying I appreciate the guys? He made money off the oil thing. Warren Buffett made money off the whole thing of oil and boom, 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 and the opposite of gold and not on gold. He didn't make money on gold and power for the people and all that stuff. He made all his money on all the oil stuff. That's his whole model. It is what it is. I'm not a big fan, but he capitalized where he needed to, and he's a genius, and it is what it is. Warren Buffett, always talking about coming in with the tide going out and your pants being down. What the heck are you doing with your pants down anyway in the middle of all these people? You got kids swimming around here. What are you doing? Come on. Anyway, Crypto Midwest says, I invest. I hope you're having fun on the channel. I invest in metals, creepos. I invest in metals, crypto, and old muscle cars. Can invest in everything. Can't invest in everything. LOL. I love that you invest in muscle cars, and that's going, hey, look at, I'm going to invest in people. I'm going to invest in my nonprofits. I'm going to invest in helping the psychotic of the world be not so crazy so they can take care of themselves and feed themselves and live well and not be in pain and disease and blah, blah, blah. I'm doing that, including vets and everything else. I'm doing all that. What I'm also going to do is find a hobby, and I think it's going to probably end up being cars. Either that or I'm going to build a crazy Iron Man suit, and I'll use pneumatics, I think. Either pneumatics or hydraulics. I think hydraulics are going to be tough with the whole thing of them. You want probably pneumatics because of, but power. I want power in this cool Iron Man suit that I create. But anyway, I know Tanker's crazy. He's a crazy genius. I know. I believe that now this guy thinks he's Tony Stark. What's he done? Anyway, Josh says XRP is a sleeper, Tanker. I believe they will be on the Mag 7 in the Mag 7 of crypto. I believe you are correct, and I believe it is one of the Mag 7. Thank you for your thoughts, Josh. Mrs. Loopy. I love and learn from you. Okay. I think that's what you're saying. Thank you, Mrs. Loopy. I think you're just simply fantastic, and I think everybody else is fantastic as well who's on this channel actually spending some time with the Tanka. Vet is under a penny right now, folks. I know. It's crazy stuff, guys. It's crazy, crazy stuff. It's like 0.001 or 2 cents or something crazy. Ranger says, money is measured in ounces, not digits on a screen. Then what are you doing in the crypto space, Rangers? I love you, buddy. I love that Rangers plays on the crypto and the metals. I love it. Rangers, we love you, buddy. You know that. I think you're one of the best on the channel, along with Art Caffeine. What's up, my brother? It's Fire Monday. It's sizzling, fired up. Let's go. I can't do my share screen because I messed it up again. It's Streamlabs. I wake up to updates when I turn Streamlabs on, and it confuses my whole settings. And I'm like, oh, nice surprise I woke up to this morning. Way to update on your own. Nice job. I think I could change that. Remember, Love and light. That's right. Thank you for the reminder, my brother. Love and light, and tanker, don't be a cranker. That's I'm going to create a shirt. Tanker, don't be a cranker. That's going to be a shirt I'll create as well. And you'll see somebody like giving me, I'm so cranky for the before, and then somebody like transfers crypto over to my wallet, and all of a sudden my face like, I smile. Somebody transfers XRP over to my wallet. That's a little icon on the shirt. We got to make these shirts, man. Calculator says, check the all right. Translation, please check the calculator and don't make me effing freak out. That's what I just said right there. So anyway, yes, remember love and light for sure. And wake the F up is done. Look, here's what I have to remind myself of. We want to wake people up, right? But we don't want to wake someone up with cold water and just dump a cup, right? You want to gently, hey, it's time to wake up. You know what I mean? All right, be a little more gentle, Tank. Yeah, wake the F up because I'm laying the truth down, but it's a little rough there, Lodge. I apologize. Yes, I know, Frankie Stark. I'm telling you, I am going to make it happen. Guys, where are you coming from? Who cares about me? Well, I want to know about you guys. What are your aspirations once crypto kicks in for you? Folks on my channel and for other folks who are out there in the community, drop in the comment section. I'm very curious as to what your crypto plans are once you see some of these things, you know, go to 20, 30, 75 bucks, 100 something bucks, or 200 bucks, because some of you folks are holding enough to create millions and millions of dollars with that. So my question to you folks in the comments and others that are in crypto who are about to, even though it doesn't seem like that right now, about to realize gains in crypto that are hitherto which not been seen on this planet. It's about to be an ape show, show. It's about to be a crap show. It's about to be and what I said there is, it's about to be the hottest, firest effing light show this world's ever seen. So I think I should probably have a shirt that says what the crazy tanker says first, and then the translation for it. Ranger says, I just pulled up Kitco, and if there were ever a time to get into metal, it's now. It's getting pummeled hard by the manipulators. I had Kitco up this morning, and I shall pull Kitco up again. Okay, so here's my Kitco. Kitco, yo! So gold at 4,995, silver at 98,000. You can't see what I'm doing in that. By the way, rhodium is at 10,500, palladium's at 1,807, platinum is at 2,297. Some of the lesser heard metals that you folks probably were not aware of, because what happens is from my understanding is you're not going for silver right off the rip because it don't pay enough money. There's only 30% of the silver mining is done with intent. The other 70% of the silver that's been captured is captured ancillarily because, or as a side note, because they're going for the more expensive stuff like gold and blah, 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 blah. And then please, you know, my people, Crypto Midwest and who's my other crypto guy? Crypto Midwest Rangers, there's a few metals folks. You tell me, please, in the comments where I'm off on that, because I know you're going to correct me nicely in the comments section. But I am here right now on Kitco, and I'm telling you, and if I jump onto Silver's chart and I go drop candles on it and I grab my, oh boy, let me go 1 minute on the candles. Yeah, we're about to crank. Obviously, we're about to shoot up because they just tanked it. Yeah, we're shooting back up. We're starting to print a red candle, though, on the 1 hour. Let me get it to a tighter time frame. I mean, on the 1 minute. You can't give me a tighter time frame, huh? On Kitco. Anyway, that's okay. Yeah, if you look at silver and you look at gold charts right now, you will see I'm not a financial advisor. Anybody who understands anything about charts will see it is certainly the place to be. Let me go ahead and grab gold real quick. Oh, just stop. If it looks like ad blocker offers, oh, just stop it with your nonsense. But they want to know what you're doing when you click down these things. They want to know exactly. They want to see where you are and what you're doing. I should be using a VPN. I think I'm going to go back to it. I used to. I'm going to go back to a VPN. I'm sick of this crap. Anyway, right now I am checking out Internet Computer that is down on the 7-day, 12.29%. It's at $3. Internet Computer. Internet Computer, anybody who's paying attention, I am telling you, she's about to go to $100 before you know it. Mark my words here on the channel ICP. You tell me if you see what I see. What's going on with this crypto tax? Let me finish this. Hang on, I'll get to comments in a second. Let me get to this quick little article. Should this happen with the crypto tax? President Trump's administration reportedly plans to eliminate, this is according to Crypto Slate. This article just came out. According to them, plans to eliminate capital gains taxes on cryptocurrencies issued by U.S. registered companies. If enacted, this move would exempt American investors from taxes on profits gained from holding certain digital assets, or what's known as capital gains. Obviously, the amount of money that you realized in your capital gain, how much your gains went up, you pay taxes on that amount. Should it happen to the tune of, I think, isn't it 20% usually? Should it happen, this shift could drive significant capital inflows toward U.S.-based cryptocurrencies and bolster domestic economic incentives, aligning with the administration's objective to establish the United States as a global leader in the digital assets sector. So, I think we can see crypto legislation. I think this becomes much easier. I have crypto legislation if you're tackling some of these platforms that can be tackled at the executive and administrative level, as well, with further articles for this Crypto Slate character here who has this article out. You know, God bless you. I don't know if you know what you're talking about. You might not. Who knows? I don't know. You probably are I don't want to say what you are because I don't know what you are. I don't know if you know what you're talking about or not, but now we have 1 million XRP trading, 1,100,000 trading in the past minute across said exchanges on this planet. It's increasing. Now there's 1,200,000 XRP trading. It keeps going. Here we are on Fiat Leak. You can't see it, but I can. Fiat Leak is cranking some XRP and trading the living translation. It's translating the ever-loving, living horse crap out of this stuff. 1,170,000 XRP trading in the past minute across wallets. Take yourself to fiatleak.com. That's fiatleak.com, fiatleak.com. Go ahead and scroll down to XRP on the left-hand side and keep scrolling and click it. Allow it to populate. You will see there are over 1,200,000 XRP trading across wallets, across exchanges in the past minute. Heading over to all areas of the world, of the planet. MENA region, Pacific Rim, United States, Canada, Mexico, so on and so forth, blah, 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 blah. Let's get back to our comment section because I am not getting a refresh, and I will refresh. Guys, I hope you're doing so lovely this morning. Here we drink the XRP Kool-Aid, as you know. Welcome to Crypto Info, blockchain made easy with the tanker. Thank you, studio, for my mushroom tea and coffee refresh. I swear I'm tripping at this point every day doing this mushroom tea and a little bit of coffee for me. Boy, am I cuckoo for crypto puffs. I'm going to tell you that right now. And I'm going to finish up my comments here because I am so backed up on comments. So backed up. Anjak says, well, first, support ministry work, shelters, and even young entrepreneurs. Good for you, Crypto Midwest. I shall be doing the same along with some vets for this country and also some single moms disadvantaged in so many ways. And then I will start spreading tentacles out. I will start right here in my own family, then in my own town, then in my city, then in my state, then in my country, then transcontinental across the planet. That's how I'm going to play it. It only makes sense for me. That's my opinion. Anjac says, got some ICP this time around. Never a financial advisor. Don't buy or sell anything. What I say or do. Crypto is very risky. I am not a financial planner. You must consult your registered investment advisor because you could lose your stocks, your shorts, your plans, your glasses, everything in crypto. Crypto is very risky. Talk to your financial advisors for information and educational purposes only, and sometimes just a little bit of entertainment. Okay. Help your family and others build a dream and a dream home. I love that. Nice thoughts, Mrs. Loopy. I love where people's hearts are at. Guys, this whole thing of life is a frickin' game. I hope you're enjoying it. When I say frickin' game, that's not negative. I say it because let's be a beacon of hope and a beacon of light to everybody and keep a smile on our face. Let's try to be as nice as we can to folks and have a positive... What did the Buddha say? Look it, I'm a Jesus Christ guy as well, okay? I'm a Buddha guy as well. I love these characters, these greats that existed on this planet. And the Buddha said, in the end, there's only three things that matter. How much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things that were not meant for you. They're kind of all three the same thing if you think about it. If you can almost blend all of them into one. Everything is really just one in the end. It is love and light and is the understanding of those three principles that the Buddha tried to lay out. That is it. That's all that matters in the end. So who really cares in the end, guys? But that we were nice with each other, and that tanker didn't freak out too much and scare people too much, and was kind of nice. Yeah, nice try. Good job. Thanks a lot, Buddha. Go ahead and give somebody unlimited nuclear firepower, energy, and unlimited personality and energy, and then go ask them to be gentle in the world. Yeah, what a cruel trick. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Keep a kind smile on that face. And remember that it helps us a great deal if you share and like the channel. Shares count twice as much. But remember that you have chosen something that other folks are going to have a hard time understanding. And that's okay. You could still love them. March through, keep a smile on your face. Be nice to these people. Don't go the tanker out and get all tanker cranker with them. Be nice and kind, and make sure that you give them love and light. They don't understand what you understand. They've not been doing what you've been doing. Keep a smile because it confuses that approaching frown. It turns it upside down now, doesn't it? Have a great weekend. Enjoy it. Love it. I'm sure I missed a ton of news. This channel's not really about the most current news, all just like that. But just know that crypto's coming, and I love you, and have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday morning. Have a great one. I love you. Check you next time. You're welcome, Tommy. Check you next time, guys. Later.